Welcome to your Cochrane Right Now. This is a weekly podcast all about the best town in the entire world, Cochrane, Alberta. Springtime right now. My name's Eric Ruddle, joined by Lauren Meister. And Lauren, I have the best idea for our next episode.
Ooh.
They are building the third floor of Cochrane Garment. Do you think we could do it on the roof? It's probably the highest building in town already. Right?
Yeah,
and
I
they
think
have like
so.
scaffolding that they're getting up. Like,
Yeah.
Are you afraid of heights?
If there's a risk of me falling onto my face, then I get a little nervous.
your
But
face.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
your concern. You're falling 3 stories and you're like, better not be on my face.
Yeah, exactly. Then it's a bit of a concern. But no, I want to go check that out and check out the views. I bet
Yeah.
you get some pretty sweet mountain views up there.
Exactly. So there you go. We'll toss like balloons full of prizes down to people.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
I'm sure there's no liability in this.
No.
Here's a gift card. Boom.
Noel got to be up there. Well, he was on top of the second floor, of course, because
Yeah.
they're not done the third floor just
And
yet.
there's
But
a lot of workers up there. We can see
Oh.
it right outside of our window.
I watch them every day, and they're just like climbing up the scaffolding and hanging out there.
Exactly.
And like it's been super nice out the last couple of days. I'm just thinking they're probably getting a great tan.
Yeah, I'm sure they're enjoying it up there. It's probably so windy. What's the biggest party you have ever hosted? How many people are we talking?
Ooh, probably. Well, besides like my wedding, but I mean, to be fair,
Wedding
it was
counts.
it was at
Yeah.
a hotel. That was like 150, just over 150, maybe.
Nice, nice. So if
Yeah.
you times that by 100, you should be able to host the Cochrane Light Up. You can do it, Lauren.
Oh, no big deal.
Let's go because
Okay.
they need some help because the biggest event in town, right? I'm going to say it's the biggest one.
It is.
15,000 people. It was nuts back in November when they did it.
Yeah.
Just a little background. Stephanie has been the mastermind behind Light Up for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you know what? It's been a decade. I'm going to pass the baton to somebody else. Pass on the torch. The sad part is she went to pass it and no one grabbed it.
No one showed up to the AGM. Like, could you imagine? Because I got the impression, because it was Stephanie and her whole crew,
Yeah,
like
there's
the
a
whole
Light Up crew,
committee.
right?
Yeah. So this is kind of what I was picturing. And I don't know for sure if this is how it played out, but they showed up to this AGM looking for, the next people to kind of take things over. And no one showed up. So the whole organization has folded. There's no one to organize Cochrane Light Up 2023.
Like, there's no Light Up. Right now,
No.
if the Light Up was to happen tomorrow, there would be zero Light Up, no hot dogs, nothing.
It's
sad because these are
very
really
sad.
nice people too, and it makes me feel like it's like if you were having a birthday party for your kid and then no one showed up, you're like, and your kid was so excited, and now they're reaching out. They're saying, hey, just because you missed the AGM, maybe it wasn't advertised properly. You never know. People were busy. There's still a chance, but every single comment says, I'd love to help out. I just don't want to lead it.
well, and maybe there doesn't need to be one leader. Maybe there can be multiple leaders. Do you need just one person to necessarily, like, why can't you have a different leader for different departments? Like, I'm going to be the hot dog person. I'm going to be the fireworks person. I'm going to be the entertainment person. You know what I mean? Like, why do you need one person to be the captain of the whole Light Up ship?
That is true. And also, something you have to keep in mind is this is a big project that's through being a volunteer, right? They do get a grant, $15,000.
Yes.
Right? Here's 15 grand. Throw an awesome party in downtown Cochrane. But outside of that, obviously, you're not using that to pay yourself.
No, it's
And-
100% your own hours.
Right? You're getting sponsors. You're hitting the pavement hard, and you probably have to start here soonish.
Oh, I would imagine.
I don't. Maybe I'm just have a bad attitude. I don't know if it'll happen this year.
Well, I mean, you've lived here your whole life. So I feel like, why not you? You could step up, right? You got tons of extra time. You don't really have little kids at home,
It
right?
wouldn't be. I just don't know where you'd even start.
Yeah.
It's just not a like come in because we have a band for this hour, so everyone's coming for this hour. No, it's all night long. People are coming in from all different directions. They say there was 15,000 people there because that's how many hot dogs. I didn't eat a hot dog. So was I not counted? There's lots of people who probably showed up. It probably was in the 20,000.
Well, and my thing is like, where do you even get these hot dogs from. And remember, they had to get a special trailer to ship in the hot dog buns. You know what I mean? Like all the different logistics that the average person wouldn't even think of. And then they had a pyrotechnics show, and they had people from Whoville come in. You know, like how do you organize all of that?
We made the music for this thing. It took me a solid 8 hours. Just to make this willy-nilly Christmas soundtrack.
Yeah.
So the hundreds of hours, I don't want to deter anyone. It'd probably be really easy if you want to sign up. But I hope somebody steps up.
I hope
and somebody's
so.
like, you know what? I want to take this on, and my team and my family and my volunteers. And because I love Light Up. We love Light Up.
Mm-hmm.
But, and of course, a lot of people do look at the Cochrane Area Event Society, right? They do all the other major
all
events.
the big events, yeah.
But even when I talked to them, they said, we already have a ton of stuff going on at Christmas. They do stuff with us. They did a New Year's Eve presentation. So, like, maybe it's time for somebody else to step in. I don't know. There's no answer.
It'll be interesting to see. It's definitely not going to be the same if we don't have Cochrane Light Up. So when the news did break here yesterday about this, you could see the response, especially on social media.
Yeah.
People were definitely shocked and they're sad. A lot of people saying they want to help out. So I'll be very surprised if Cochranites don't just kind of band together and make it happen.
Yeah, or they'll just be like, hey, come down on the 12th and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Right? Or will they kick us all out of downtown if we all just show up?
It'll be interesting. Well, and like permits and like there's just all of the
Right.
things. I'm sure Stephanie has everything in like a massive binder, right?
right?
Like there's got to be all of the things. She's not just going to let people not know what's happening.
Exactly, right? But also a little piece of Stephanie's kind of got to be like, haha.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you
Have
can't do
fun,
it without
guys.
me. Like,
Yeah.
But it's going to be really interesting. Hopefully somebody steps up soon. But one thing you and I usually argue about is who lives in the best neighborhood, who has the best features in their neighborhood. And did you know I'm part of Sunset Ridge, and we've got a really cool feature right now, Lauren, that you can come up and you're just blasted in the face by the smell of rotten eggs. It's lovely.
Wow. You are making me want to put my house on the market.
Exactly. You should
Wow.
sell it and come up to Sunset Ridge because, Stinky Pond. It's lovely. I was driving my kids to school this morning, and just having like the vents open, it was just like, whoof. And I have like an old car. And I used to think like, oh my gosh, my car's breaking down, like something's leaking. No, it's just the pond
It's just the stinky pond.
is melting. And I talked to Jeff Avery, the fire inspector, and he's like, yeah, there's just like vegetation that froze under it. And now that's being released. It had stinky gas, and now it's free. And yeah, I'm seeing all these comments, people being like, I can't walk my dog there anymore. And the biggest thing is it's not just a walking path, like it's a feature. So there's houses all the way around. And if you don't keep pouring water and bleach down your drains, it will come up into your house. So Sunset Ridge, come on. There's our tourism push.
Get a big billboard there.
Exactly.
The stinky neighborhood.
I
You feel for the people who have these beautiful homes because you do have some pretty sweet views in Sunset,
yeah.
especially the people who like back onto the pond.
Yep.
I mean, there's a beautiful park there, some great mountain views. Oh, that's gross.
Yeah. So God give it to the fire department. They're on the ice today, popping holes in it
Nice.
because,
Yeah.
of course, if there's more holes, it will melt.
Yeah.
And Jeff Avery says once it melts, it's going to be gone. And they're going to put a new aeration system thingy
good.
in there to make sure it never happens again. But we do have to get through it. So, enjoy that if you want to come up. Maybe it can kind of be like, how some communities have like the world's biggest egg and that world's stinkiest pond.
Yeah, I mean, that's something.
Come on.
That is something. You know what I saw on my drive into work this morning? I saw 6 deer just kind of hanging out in one of the traffic circles.
Yeah, who would want to live near you when you
Right?
can live near a stinky pond?
I know, right? I know.
Oh, fine, you get 1 point. You've yet to watch The Last of Us, right? Your
not-
husband has watched it.
Yes.
You hate Alberta. You do not want to watch the grander.
It's no, I'm intrigued. I am intrigued, and I feel like I should watch it, and I will. I just haven't gotten to it yet. My only thing is I just was hesitant because I was worried that it was going to be like, what's the zombie, You know what I mean?
Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead.
Nice.
Where I didn't mind that show for the first couple of seasons, and then it turned full on zombie, and I guess I had the impression. Plus, when I found out this was based on a video game, I'm not gonna lie, my first impression also was, really? No offense to you.
Yes. Well, then you're missing out on Cochrane's biggest superstar.
Yes.
The backpack. The backpack made here, right here in Cochrane by
Yes.
Tara Van Regan. I got to catch up with her, and it was kind of a long chain of like her friend who makes bags sent it to her friend who makes bags, and then it ended up on Tara. But Joel's backpack, Pedro Pascal's backpack, all 5 of them throughout the season were made right here in Cochrane.
And that's really cool. And that actually makes me want to watch it more. Yeah. The fact that the backpack was made right here in Cochrane. That is really cool because I've seen so many photos of this Pedro guy. I know. I'm sorry. Was he famous before The Last of Us?
He's the Mandalorian.
Oh. Is that a
Grogu?
Star Wars guy?
Yeah. He's in Game of Thrones.
Never seen it.
Oh my god!
I know. We have very different tastes in shows.
Yeah. Who's Pedro Pascal? Anyway, if you want, you're like Lauren, you haven't watched the show yet. That is one fact that I think is also going to ruin it for anyone else that you watch it with, because just throughout it. Did you know that backpack was made in Cochrane? Did you know? Because I watched it with my wife, and not only was I a big fan of the video game that's really close to, so she had those annoying facts, but I'm like, this is Canmore. This is Northland Mall, honey. And she's like, can we just watch the show? Please.
And did she enjoy the show?
She very much did.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
It wasn't too zombie.
No, it's actually people are upset there wasn't enough zombies. It's very zombie.
But is that people who like The Walking Dead, though?
No, like I'd say there was probably 5 instances with zombies. It's more about the human drama, the backpack drama, with that guy Pedro.
So a show about a backpack.
Exactly.
Okay,
right?
but I mean, if it's from Cochrane,
it's like the sequel to Dora the Explorer, backpack.
Oh, okay, so my kids might like it.
Exactly. Yeah, watch it with your kids. I'm sure,
sure.
It's gonna be great. And this is really cool. We got to stumble upon an old ad here in Cochrane for housing, and when I say cool, maybe I mean sad. Because 2004 is when this came out, so nearly 2 decades ago, 20 years ago, and you could buy a house in Glen Eagles for $350.
And not just a regular house. Like, this house was just about 4,000 square feet. So this is like a mega, almost mansion-y house, like a massive, massive house. That is insane. Like, could you imagine? That house guaranteed would be pushing $1 million now, if not $1 million.
Yeah, like you're probably not getting into Glen Eagles for less than $550.
Oh,
I don't know how numbers
more
work.
than that.
You don't know? There's smaller houses in Glen Eagles.
Well, for a house like that, though.
For that,
this was
single
like
detached garage.
And this had a walkout and all of the things, and it was 4,000 square feet.
Yeah, I had a real estate agent knock on my door the other day. I live in a townhouse, and he's like, you could get probably $100,000 more than that house is worth.
Nice.
Right? Like, and the crazy thing is, I did some research to be like, wow, we're probably making way more money now. It's about $9,000 difference for a household income. So that's great. Yeah. That's great. But it's still really cool because we're in a vacuum here, right? We're like, oh man, our houses are expensive here in Cochrane. So many people are moving here from Ontario and they're like, or Vancouver, and they're like, I couldn't buy a condo for what I bought a single detached family house for. So it's lost on us sometimes. Like, the prices here, really not so bad.
Totally, when you compare to other places, for sure. But then when you compare to other places in, central Alberta or in Saskatchewan or something, it's very expensive to live here, right?
Yeah.
So it's all relative.
But as we look outside the window, there's the Rocky Mountains. And these communities don't have stinky pond.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
Not all communities have stinky ponds. I have a pond in my neighborhood. Last I checked, it doesn't smell.
Well, Jeff Avery said over in the Willows it was stinky last year, and that's where they came up with the aeration system.
Yeah, well, that's true. Good thing I don't live in the Willows. Well, maybe my pond is already aerated.
There you go. So. Right. Or maybe it just hasn't melted enough. Well, and you will get a feature too.
Maybe. Wow, or maybe the deer keep the stink away. I don't know.
Who knows how nature works? But that's everything going on in town right now. If you want to catch this podcast, check out all your favorite podcast services or up on YouTube. You can watch along as well. And until next week, I'll see you again.
Yes.